Welcome back to the Electrician's Tool channel. I want to talk today about my new uh, non-contact voltage detector by AEMC. AEMC is a company, like a division of, I think their main company is Chauvin Arnold, and it's located in Dover, New Hampshire. But this is their version of the non-contact AC voltage detector, model number NC-1. So it's rated for Cat 3, 600 volts. And get my glasses and tell you some other stuff about it. They say voltage sensitivity from 100 volts, 120 volts to 240 volts AC, 50, 60 hertz. That's the frequency. Detection distance 5 millimeters. Overvoltage 600 Cat 3. The battery, it takes two AAA batteries, 1.5 volt. Safety for indoor use and in accordance with overvoltage 600 Cat 3. Pollution degree 2, whatever that means. Again, like I said, this is a division of Chauvin Arnold Incorporated. AMC Instruments. They're located on Faraday Drive, Dover, New Hampshire, USA. Made in China. Okay, I just opened it up. Off the back, I can tell you that it's not. It feels real. It doesn't feel cheap, but it doesn't feel like it would withstand a fall either. Most of them now today that's being made, they're not heavy duty or anything, like with a molded case around them. So if you was to drop them, they won't be cracked. This one, I don't see any molded case around here at all. This little part right here is just a grip, I guess, when you hold it, a grip for your hand. But the rest of it is nothing that would protect this at all if it was to drop. And the reason why I have this one is a replacement from the one I had one of these before and it wasn't working properly. It was too sensitive. In fact, it was I can use it on an ink pen. Oh, it was an ink pen, right? And I rubbed across the ink pen, and it was telling me that it had voltage in the ink pen. Now I don't know if it was static electricity or what, but still, it's too sensitive. I even used it on when I was testing out a socket, an outlet. I put it on the neutral side, where it gave me a reading. Put it on the hot side, gave me a reading. Put it on the neutral side, gave me a reading. So and the other voltage, non-contact voltage tester that I had, they didn't do that. You put it on the hot side, well, it's gonna indicate that there's voltage right there. Put it on the neutral side, it didn't beep at all. Now, this, I don't use this as my main indicator to check and see if there's voltage, but I do keep one on me just to let me know that if I'm in a box or a panel, that there is voltage somewhere in there. But I always go to my meter to make the final how would I put it, ruling to see if there's more voltage there or not, if I could use my meter. But I don't rely on this 100%, these things. I don't rely on them 100%. This is just to let me know that something is near, and I'm gonna check anyway with my meter. So, but aside from that, I'm gonna just take out the reason why, I have a few of these things already. It's not AEMC. I have a Klein, I have two Flukes. And the reason, my choice would have been going back with the Fluke. But the reason why, I got this one, it was cheap. And AEMC is a good company. I have some of their meters. I've used some of their meters before. And it's a reputable company. They make some real nice testing instruments. And but just that this thing right here, I guess it's just too sensitive. And you can't adjust it. It's just too sensitive. So this is I'm gonna pull out some more that I have, and the reason why I'm using this one now because my Klein, this is a Klein. This thing works, but the tips always breaks off. And this is my other Klein. This thing works also, but the tips always breaks off. And it's not like I go inside of an outlet and you're probing around. No, I don't even use the probing the thing with. it just breaks off. Perfectly good tester, and it still works with this. But I have no protection over this little piece, this little metal piece up here, little sensor up here. I don't have no protection, and but they both work. So I was forced to buy this Klein NCVT 2. It's a dual range voltage tester. I think this goes it's from 12 volts to 48 to 1,000 volts, and you know, it's been working okay. I don't have a problem with it. It works okay, but I prefer using my flukes. I really do. But this thing right here, I think if I drop this fluke, well, they have a little protection around here, but it does feel a little bit heavier than this does. So this Klein, well, because they have batteries in it, and but this doesn't have any batteries in it, but this one does. But they all feel a little bit, this still feel light to me, you know. It still feel light. If you drop it, it's not built to be dropped. It's not like you want to drop it on purpose, but I don't think it's not built to be dropped. Or it would stand a 10-foot fall. No. This Klein, I think it would. Depends on where it falls. As long as it don't fall on here, I think it'll hold up. But the thing with this Klein is, I've seen it on eBay, and some of you guys may have seen it too. The same meter, the same tester, they go under different names. I don't know if this is a rebrand when Klein bought it from one manufacturer and they put their name on it or what. But you could, I think Mustool, that's the name of one company. They have Mustool, MUSTOOL. Some of you guys check that out. For they voltage non-contact voltage testers, and you will see theirs look exactly like Klein. So I don't know if they bought the same one from one manufacturer and put their name on it. Klein did the same thing. Even these were flukes. You can find these just like this online. They come in all colors: blue and white, blue and gray, all sorts of colors. I haven't seen this one yet, but I've seen this one made, you know, identical to this one, and this one also. I've seen this. I think Mastech, I believe they make one that looks like this one. And a lot of companies doing it nowadays. They're buying tools and sticking their name on it. And if you don't know, you don't know. You're gonna go buy it. You know, I don't know if they do anything different to them, and as far as the circuitry, to make theirs a little bit better than the norm or what. But you know, that's something I guess we have to get used to, man, and going in the future. But anyway, these are my voltage, non-contact voltage testers, detectors. So Fluke, if you see this, y'all need to do something about this. Send me another one, because this thing here, and you see it's happening to both of them. But anyway, these are the ones that I have, and if I had to pick out of which ones I would use, well, I'm gonna say this one first, right out of this group right here, because it's working properly, and this would be my number one choice right here. And even though it's broken, I would trust these two flukes, but I would trust this one first, this one second, and I would go with AEMC third. First, with these two, that's second. Third. Now, out of these two, which one I would choose first? It'd be this one, like I just said. So, with that being said, man, I'm gonna close this video. I just wanted to just show y'all my new my new non-contact voltage detector that may hardly ever get any use. If it start acting up yet, you know, if it works properly, I may use it. If not, I'll throw it in the tool bag and just leave it there and use it whenever. I don't know. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you all for subscribing to my channel. Thank you guys for leaving all the commentary, sharing my videos. And with that being said, y'all guys have a good day, a safe day, and peace out.